Hi everyone, I'm using the Lightseers Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from the Lightseers Tarot. I'll choose one from the Gods, Goddesses and Angels and one from the Mystical Healing as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. I hope you're all keeping well. The energies have been very potent as we're moving to the end of the year and clearing out, ready to step into 2025. We have a new moon tomorrow in Sagittarius, and this is a very optimistic new moon. There still is a lot of fire energy. Mars is in Leo, stationary to go retrograde on the 6th of December. So this is a lot of energy coming up, and Mars is in the shadow now, ready to go into his retrograde, it's reminding us of where we're placing our energy that's not serving us. Where are we stuck in our opinions and our views? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all around expansion, and Jupiter also is in retrograde in Gemini. So looking at our communications, where are we limiting our view instead of stepping back and observing and seeing the adventure of life, seeing how things are unfolding, letting go of the rigidness of our opinions. So there's a lot of that in the collective as we look out into the political arena and the differences of opinion that are being spoke of. So the planets, the cosmos, are inviting us to go within, to let go of our own rigid opinions and to observe and to be flexible. This new moon in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of the centaur holding her bow and arrow, ready to shoot her arrow out into the heavens. And when I think of Sagittarius, it's a fire sign. So we have Leo, which is the fire in the, as we build a fire, it's the flames. And Sagittarius are the sparks of light that come from that flame. So this is our inspiration. Whatever we are inspired of, whatever really does bring passion to us, and staying true to that vision. It takes a great deal of self-control to shoot a bow and arrow. We pull it back, that tension of pulling it back to the right point, and then making sure we are aiming perfectly to our target. And as we let go, our arrow flies and will hit its mark. So during this time, and we've gone through the year, haven't we, going through each sign, feeling the energy of each sign, feeling the energy of Aries, the first breath, the new beginning, the rising of the sun, Taurus in this earthly realm, bringing things together, making sure that we are a place of supporting ourselves, creating a life around us that is beneficial for ourselves and others. And also, as we move into Gemini, the planet of communication, and this is where Jupiter is at the moment, who's ruling this new moon, retrograding through Gemini. Gemini is all around our communication. Cancer is the mother, the nurturer, and Leo is the fire, the confidence. When we go through the Lion's Gate, so this powerful lion roaring energy of Leo. Virgo is the shaman, the nurse, very grounded, the healer, shamanic. Libra, the justice, the balancing of our karma in our relationships, within our life choices, bringing in that place of equilibrium. Scorpio, the underworld, the water planet that's very, very still, very stagnant, and gives us and invites us into those deeper realms of transformation. And as we move into Sagittarius, this is coming from the depths of everything that we've alchemized, seeing with fresh eyes, really clear about our gifts and our visions. Even if we don't know how it's going to materialize in our life, we're starting to get a clear picture of ourselves and our soul path. So we've come through each zodiac sign, leaning in and learning about ourselves as we've travelled through each sign to this point of this beautiful time of expansion, of higher learning, of coming through our chakras. We have Saturn in Pisces, who is now moving direct, asking us to really anchor everything that we have learned, all our wisdom, into this physical reality that we are moving through within our bodies, within our bones, coming into alignment with our sacredness. Also in Pisces, Neptune. Neptune is slowing down, ready to move direct in around the 7th of December. So Neptune has been retrograding in conjunct with the galactic center. So we are receiving those messages from the higher realms. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, bringing through the divine love and the healing. Saturn also in Pisces, helping us to anchor and align with the information that's coming through, the wisdom that's coming through, these sacred downloads that we have all been receiving, and the light codes, we're anchoring them and they're activating within us, getting us ready to move into the new year of 2025. And this is a 9-year of completion. It's the year of the snake, which is one of beautiful transformation, of shedding the old skins and being able to stand out in our authenticity without feeling that we need to cover ourselves up, dim our light. So these are very beautiful energies that are coming, and Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius during this new moon is almost conjunct the great attractor, which is the vacuum that is drawing the dense energy from the cosmos, from within ourselves, as we are finding higher, as we are going in internally. This is Mercury retrograde, taking us inward, listening to our communications, letting go of the communications that we find ourselves having, the conversations with ourselves or others, especially within our relationships, that are holding us back, that are creating the karmic cycles. So we're allowing those conversations, those communications to leave us, not from within an emotion projected into a situation or a person, but into the great attractor, because these communications have served no purpose but to create separation. So there's a wonderful energy. And as we are closing out this year, and December is a big month of shifts, of having these wonderful opportunities of finding our alignment to our higher self. And during this new moon, I am feeling Archangel Uriel's energy all around us, helping us. Archangel Uriel is the psychologist of the Archangel realm, and is helping us to communicate from a higher perspective, to learn from our subconscious. Our subconscious is those thoughts that those communications we have with ourselves, that our subconscious will work hard to create in our reality. So if those conversations are missing the mark, Archangel Uriel is around helping us to see a clearer picture of what and why things are occurring around us. So Archangel Uriel helping us, and he's assisting us through our sacral chakra, helping us and assisting us in finding our true self, our confidence. So what I'm being shown is we are moving through the root chakra, finding the security, feeling safe within this moment, within every moment, feeling the safety, feeling the energy of being divinely supported, and the peace that that brings, because in truth we are. So as we feel that safety, then we move into our sacral chakra, which when we're feeling safe, we can create sacred creations. When we're feeling safe, we draw relationships in that there aren't in a place of codependency or fear of loss. They are fully acceptance of each other. So this is the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming into alignment within ourselves, feeling that safety of being who we are and knowing that we are divinely supported and guided. And as we move into our solar plexus, this is the relationship with ourselves. And whenever we are constantly doubting ourselves, doubting if we've made the right decision, doubting if these messages that are so beautiful and profound that are coming through are true, we start to doubt ourselves, so we weaken ourselves. This is our area of our emotions that really affect us on a physical level with our digestion and not being able to digest information that's coming through, or what's happening in our lives. So Archangel Uriel is assisting us with this to help us to elevate, to see the bigger picture, to be able to make sense of our lives and why we're here, helping us with those old subconscious thoughts and communications that we have with ourselves that are really rigid. We really get stuck in those because we have the same old thoughts that create the same old opinions. Even if the opinion is about something else, we become rigid. So Archangel Uriel is setting us free, to free ourselves from the separation of ourselves and the separation from each other, which then is coming through the heart. So during this new moon and through December, the chambers of our heart are opening, which is bringing through such a heart energy of unconditional love, of beautiful healing. So as we're breathing up through the root, feeling safe, through our root chakra, feeling safe, knowing that we have all our ancestors around us, guiding us, there within us, knowing that we're not walking this path alone ever. There is divine beings of higher consciousness around us constantly, our ancestors around us, our loved ones in spirit around us constantly, never leave us. Then we come into the creation, where we feel safe to be able to create in our own unique way, whether that is through word, through written word, through expressions of art, however it comes through. We feel safe to do that because we are not feeling judged. We are in that flow of expansion into our solar plexus, which then we start to make peace with ourselves. We see that we all have a unique abilities to do different things, and these are our gifts, and we all have them, but they're different and perfectly different. So then we feel the empowerment, and this is not power over anyone else, it's just feeling safe to be who we are. And then the heart, the chambers of the heart opening and flowing, that move into our higher heart, into our higher expression of life. So there is a falling away from the rigid, contracted opinions to, okay, just observe and see what unfolds, and stay in that place of acceptance and flexibility as we're moving through the end of this year. We have 2 new moons this month, the 1st of December, and then the second one is the 30th of December. So this is powerful for new beginnings. This is powerful for planting those seeds. And as we move into the full moon in Gemini around the 17th of December, Gemini, where Jupiter is retrograding, really throughout this month asking us to look at our conversations, look at our communications. What are we communicating with? Who are we communicating? How is that affecting us within us? And to really find some solace within, no matter what is going on around us. So a beautiful time of exploring our sense of belonging as well, being safe in who we are, feeling that connection, regardless of anybody else's views, feeling the connection, focusing on the love we have for each other, not the differences or the conflicts, really focusing on the love. And this is Sagittarius, the archer, focusing on love, because as we focus on love, our manifestations become pure. They become pure potentiality that really expand and create a quantum leap within our timelines. So I'm asking for a message. The highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video, and as always, take what resonates and just put the rest to one side and just see what unfolds. There we have the 10 of Cups, a walking away. A 3 of Cups, a 3 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. And the base of the pack is the King of Wands. So we have the 10 of Swords. There is the 10 of Swords, which is the end of challenges, a walking away from, or untangling from things that no longer resonate with us. Able to find the strength to not keep going into old patterns. So you can see those birds flying away now. She's had an epiphany of how we may be focusing on challenges and trying to fix them in our outside world. We only exhaust ourselves. We become trapped and stuck. The epiphany is, I'm not gonna go into rescue, because when we go into rescue, that creates wounds all around. It opens our wound up, it becomes a toxic energy. When we take a breath, we have those changes of thought that actually create a better perspective, that create freedom from the old challenges. And this is where we're all moving from now. We're moving from those old challenges that have been there to teach us. They have been our masters, to the point where we cannot go into resistance. We cannot go into the conflicts, because it gets us absolutely nowhere. Only exhausted. So this is a moving away now from things that maybe we couldn't before, we weren't strong enough to, but we're able to now. And as we're moving away, it is not going into resistance. It's feeling safe to be ourselves and not fit in other people's expectations of ourselves. This is a card of freedom, coming to the end of those challenges. And the Three of Cups is one of celebration. So we're celebrating our life now. We're celebrating everything that we've been through. The Three of Cups is, again, acceptance, accepting everybody's differences and uniquenesses, and that is beautiful. And what is coming through as I'm speaking about the views and the different people's views, they're showing me the blind man, and each blind man that touched an elephant would feel that they were feeling a different part of that elephant without seeing the fullness of the animal, of the elephant. And I feel the blindfold as being moved so that we see the whole truth. And where there is love, there's truth. Where there is God, there is truth. So, and maybe the truth is that we really don't know, and that's okay too, to step into the mystery of life, to anchor this light in this very moment, in this moment of feeling safe, of stepping into that creative, that sacred creative gift that we have, and finding ourselves, finding our confidence, letting go of all the doubts and coming into our hearts. That is bringing in this beautiful time of celebration. The Three of Wands, again, this is very fiery energy, and she's surveying the ocean there, and she's looking out. And I just feel with this is, should I go and surf here now? I don't feel confident enough. So what is holding you back? What is holding you back from stepping into your light, or allowing your light to just expand and to be yourself, as long as we're coming from our hearts, not from a place of trying to control others, knowing that we are safe and that it's okay for us to be who we are, and to go and surf that consciousness. There's a ocean of infinite possibilities there, and whatever we focus on, we'll start to bring it in to our reality. So we're at this time of surveying the higher consciousness, letting go of everything now that's stopping us from stepping into the truth of who we are. Then we have the King of Wands. So we go from the Three to the King. So this is the entrepreneur, the King. You can see there the lion there, Mars in Leo, bringing through that expression of who we truly are. Where are we placing our energy? Are we placing it on our passions? Are we actually placing it somewhere that is not going to solve any problems? It's not going to be beneficial in our lives. So the King is coming forward with the lion. This is the energy of the entrepreneur, of staying focused, and the King of Wands is very compassionate, doesn't get drawn in or tempted into anything that is going on in the outside world. He's mastered his emotions that way. And there is a reminder for us as we're moving through the Sagittarius energy, especially with Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius, Jupiter retrograding, who rules Sagittarius, retrograding in Gemini, the planet of the sign of communication. Both in Jupiter is in Gemini and Mercury in Sagittarius, both in the opposing signs, of seeing the bigger picture, of feeling the uncomfortableness of being in the opposite signs to where they rule. So feeling they are in the weakest and finding their way, they're finding their feet in the opposing signs. And that's what we are doing. We are seeing things differently and feeling the expansion of that, feeling the healing of that, feeling the wholeness of that. So I'm asking for a message from the gods, goddesses and angels for some of their guidance. Oh, there we go. The Angel of Union. This is a beautiful time of coming together, whether it is in romance, in relationship, with business. The energies, the people that are coming into our lives now are coming from a true vibrational connection with our sacredness. We've done the work, we've gone through the star signs, we've worked with each star sign. If you've been following this channel, that's what we do. We work with the cosmos, we work with the moon and all the planets, as well as the star constellations. So we're using these modalities and energies to help us to come into relationship with ourselves that brings in these beautiful relationships. This is the card of union, and relationships that are coming into our lives now are bringing so many spiritual gifts and insights that are beautiful, that are really helping us to feel safe in our own space, and knowing that no one is judging us. We judge ourselves. We have guided ourselves to release that inner critic that's communicated with us and kept us in a place of uncomfortableness. We've moved from that now. We've changed the vocabulary that we have with ourselves to feel safe within our own bodies, which brings in beautiful relationships. So this is two hearts coming together, merging into the oneness, our divine masculine and our divine feminine, coming into that equilibrium within ourselves and within our relationships. Chiron still retrograding there, so we have Jupiter, Chiron, Uranus and Mercury all retrograding, so reminding us to just pause and lean inward and listen to what's going on inside. And Uranus retrograding there in Taurus. So Uranus Uranus always reminds me and gives me the vision of the lightning bolt that hits the Tower Tarot. But the Tower in the Tarot is Mars. So we have this energy of Mars in shadow going into retrograde on the 6th of December, asking us to look at where we're placing our energy. Uranus coming in as a lightning bolt, shifting our attention away from the old subconscious, misprogrammed energy that we've had running within us. So there's a change in that, which is very positive. Uranus is the planet of the miraculous in the earth sign of Taurus, coming in, shifting us into alignment, helping us to feel our way through our life, and to really come into alignment with our soul self, which brings in these beautiful soul connections. So I'm asking out for a message from the mystical healing. There we have. Practice positivity. Again, this is the Sagittarius new moon. Stay focused on where we are moving towards. Keep that focus there. If anything comes along that starts to create a communication within us of not seeing another person's point of view, or whatever it may be, take a breath and refocus onto our true north. Chiron in Aries, Aries in the north nodes, the destiny nodes, taking us into our true north. The nodes of destiny will move, the north node will move from Aries into Pisces in January. So again, it's the I am, how we view another is, if we are going into a place of conflict, we're creating the conflict within. If we are open and acceptance of, and that doesn't mean we share the same views, it's just observing. We don't have to go into any kind of debate about anything, because there is a bigger picture that is playing out that maybe none of us have got the full view. So when we're able to just observe what's going on, that's the healing of our I am wound, of I don't need to go into battle. The opposite side of the north node is the south node, which is in Libra, our relationship with others. So when we are in this relationship of trying to prove we are right, we are making someone else wrong, and we all have a different view and a different perception. So every perception is right until it changes. So as we're moving through this time of acceptance, we are healing our I am wound, we are healing our relationships, we're bringing in beautiful relationships, that we're seeing our relationships from a higher octave. Neptune starting to move, she's slowing down, ready to move direct after a long time in Pisces. So just cleaning those false illusions that we've had of love, of life, of what's going on around us, being able to see the eye from that higher octave of Neptune, of love, and it's connecting to the galactic center. So we're receiving the upgrades, the divine messages from the galactic center through Neptune, who is in Pisces. So it's coming through as spiritual downloads that will activate within us, ready for our next journey through 2025, through the year of 2025. The new year is in Aries season, but this is the new numerological year where the energies change because of the numbers. It's a numerological activation into 2025, which is the 9 of completion. So we're wrapping out. We've been going through the 8, the infinity of going down, bringing it up, alchemizing it, going back up into the higher realms, then coming down and back down again, and bringing those gems of learning, of karmic cleansing up for us now to move in and through this month of December, wrapping up from everything that we've learned, the wisdom that we've attained. And because Sagittarius is 9 degrees, it's 9 degrees within the sun and the moon, because this is the conjunction, they're coming together. The moon is receiving this beautiful energy of Sagittarius, of this expansion, of this higher learning, of this higher healing that we've all been moving through. So as we're coming through into this now, it's creating a time of adventure, and to feel that adventure, to feel this time of travel, of moving from our old way of being. And as we do that, we start a fresh and new journey, coming into a new chapter in 2025. So this is beautiful, beautiful energy. And the goddess of knowledge, and as I tuned into this card, I got the healing from the mother line, the female line within our bodies. There's an activation from our female line, bloodline coming through. The old wounds from our female line, bloodline, are being resolved and healed. So we're receiving healing activations from our ancestors way, way back, before the distortions, before the contaminations became programmed within us. The divine feminine, who is powerful in her own right, who is the intuitive, who is the creator, who is the high priestess, the mystic. And as we let go of those old layers that we have placed around us for our protection, as we let those go, we step in and we start to communicate with our higher self from a place of clear communication, with no interference from the old emotions, the subconscious, that have held us in captive in the shadow of who we are. So there's a powerful healing coming through from the female bloodline that is creating a healing within us, whether you're male, female, we all have the female bloodline within us. So feel that, allow your psychic abilities to open, and they open with love, not from any ego place. They open with love and healing and mystical experiences. So this is the goddess of knowledge coming through right from the beginning of our female ancestry. So sit and hold sacred space for her and for yourself and for all the mother line, the divine feminine within. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful new moon tomorrow. Spend some time in aligning and going into our inner world. Forget about the outer world, going into our inner world. Looking at any contractions we have within ourselves. Where are we holding ourselves back? There is a sea and ocean of infinite possibilities waiting for us to move into and to create from a place of love. So I'm sending so much love. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you for listening. Thank you.